What's up, little bros? You know I very rarely make 2 videos in one day, but I'm trying to help out Kenan Grace. Stop talking, bro. You're dry snitching on yourself and your credibility will be ruined forever. Somebody actually hit Kenan Grace up with a chat and said this is a tax write-off for you because somebody understands how taxes work, but we're going to get into it.
Sir, this isn't how it really works. This isn't how it works. If I didn't throw an event, then it will work like that. However, let's go back in time and let's check this out. We don't gotta go too far back.
Throwing an event has nothing to do with a tax write-off. He threw the event because he needed to raise money. What better way to bring your taxes down than to take other people's money and match it?
Notice this. These are the ticket sales right here, right? Pay close attention to me here. And shout out to the KG University for the gifted, but pay close attention to this here. If you make any money in the United States, you're going to get taxed, right? It's earned income. We brought in $15,414. In the highest tax state, for example, like California, let's say that they were going to tax you, well, let's use round numbers here, 50%. They're going to tax you.
First of all, why are you using California, the highest tax state? You only pay taxes in California if you live in the state of California. I live in New Jersey. I don't pay taxes for Tennessee. If you live in Tennessee, you don't pay taxes for Texas unless you work there. So why is he using California? That's like Floyd Mayweather. He lives in Las Vegas, so he doesn't have to pay state tax. A lot of states do not have state tax, like Florida. Let's continue.
50%, let's say, when you look at Fed and state tax. And really pay attention to me here because this is wealth talk for you, right? So you can really understand how it works. Ignorance is going to get you smoked.
He's trying to be passive aggressive and talk to people like he thinks everyone's stupid. No, just the people who are subscribed to them. Just the people who are subscribed to him are stupid. I know how taxes work, and you can show this video to any CPA, and he will call his bluff, but let's continue.
If they would have taxed me 50% in the highest tax state that you could possibly get on the money that I earned right here, then they would have taxed me, let's call it $7,000, for example. I would have got 7. Your boys at the IRS would have got 7, and then that would have been that, right? Guess what? Instead of me getting 7 and the IRS getting 7, I gave it all to who? The Cancer Foundation. And then on top of that,
first of all, if you had 50,000 and you gave your whole 50,000 to a 501c3 nonprofit, they are tax exempt. But the reason why he did this was he wants other people to help bring down his taxes. Let's continue.
You could apply the same thing here, where we brought in another 7. So then that means, you know what? We brought in another 7 right here. If I got taxed at the highest rate, what would have happened is I would have got to keep $3,500. The IRS would have got to keep $3,500. So then I would have been up almost $10,000 after getting taxed. After getting taxed, I would have had 10 G's. But instead of all of that.
See, that's false. Because if a 501c3 is tax exempt from paying taxes, if the donor gives $50,000, the tax people aren't going to take money from the people who receive the money who are tax exempt, and you get a tax break because regardless who gave them the money, you just showed a receipt of thanks Kenan $30,000. But the reason why you have a thanks Kenan is because your subscribers gave you 15 and you gave 15 because you said by your own words you matched them. Now, when you give that $30,000 to your CPA, it looks like you gave $30,000 to your CPA. If you would have gave $50,000, the IRS does not tax you for donations. Because when you file your taxes, they ask you, your CPA asks you, do you have any donations? Do you donate any cars? Did you donate any boats? Do you have any tax write-offs? That's what they ask you. So if he gave $50,000 himself, it would have been $50,000 out of his own pocket, and it wouldn't have made sense because his return would not have been $50,000. His return he makes out because he took $15,000 of your money, $15,000 of his money, and if he gets back $15,000, he really didn't give anything. You see what I'm saying? I picked up on something you said, and somebody else is going to pick up on it too. So if California has one of the highest tax rates of 50%, why would you have flown to California and have everybody fly to a state that has the highest tax rate? Why wouldn't you just have it in one of these other states that do not have state tax? Kenan, let me help you out, bro. A 501c3 does not pay taxes. They don't. They're a non-profit organization. They are tax exempt. They get money from donations. So I'm angry because I lost my aunt to cancer. I lost her to leukemia. Why don't you have any kids in your highlights? If this was for children, I didn't see any pictures of you on their website. I went to their website. I went to their Facebook. I went to their IG. I didn't see you. I didn't see any of your friends at the hospital with any of these kids. I didn't see any of these kids at your event. That looked like a stock meet and greet. I saw build wealth. Stop trying to package cat shit and put dog shit and then sell it for horse shit, because I see right through it. Stop. Your credibility is ruined forever. Next year, when you do this again, people are going to be on to you. All your friends are going to try to do this, and people are going to be on to you. I think we already get to the bottom of this. If you would have gave $50,000 of your own money, $50K, you still donated to a tax-exempt place. They don't pay taxes, and the IRS does not charge you for doing a good deed. They charge you when you pull in too much money and your taxes are up here and you didn't give enough. So you either got to pay more federal tax or you give it away. But what better way than to pull in your subscribers' money, then put your money with it, and you get a tax write-off? You're gonna get a tax write-off. Stop. Don't act like you're not gonna show that receipt to your CPA. People who understand money and have businesses, we know what you just did, bro. We do it too, but we don't broadcast what we're doing for pats on the back. So I know what you did. Just stop. I'm trying to help you. If I was you, I would take that video down. Delete that video. Because if anybody brings that video to a licensed CPA or a strongman personal finance, gets a hold of that shit, he is going to rip that apart. No regrets? Get it.